Random Encounters of the Nerd Guide presents. We're playing some
Random
D&D.
Encounters of the
Nerd Guide presents. We're playing. To mute the actual screen. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm being an amateur. Yeah. So we've got some players together today, and we're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons 5th Ed. We are playing in the Humblewood campaign setting, where think red wall, but not. Scale is a little bit more defined than in Redwall, which, boy, rereading those, scale is poorly defined.
Welcome to a lot of fantasy books around that time.
Yeah.
Like
that one in particular, though, like, you're like, oh, how big is the Abbey supposed to be? Like, human size, or what's happening?
My favorite things about fantasy books from like a certain like decade or a couple decades is the way that they just get smaller the more books are written.
Yep. You're like, what's happening?
You're like, oh, then they just hopped over to this place that it took 6 months to travel to in the first couple books. And you're like, well, alrighty.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, everything's gonna. We're starting out. You guys are all in the small village of Meadowfen. So Meadowfen's it's a pretty quiet town. Has always been a pretty quiet town. Life there tends to go pretty slow. Sort of, idyllic, sleepy village type place. Recently, though, it's been falling on a little bit of hard times. Seasonal rainfall hasn't been coming as well as it used to, leaving a lot of the fields barren. To make it worse, trade wagons sent to provide relief have been going missing, fueling rumors of bandits prowling the roadways. All kinds of fire-based creatures are venturing closer to the village than they ever have since you guys have known it, and since most people have heard of it. Probably since the man, I already forgot the name of it. The catastrophe, I think, something. Somebody who remembers things. I don't know.
The Great Calamity.
The Great Calamity. Yeah, it's got a name.
I think it was an alright calamity at best.
Yeah, it was a mediocre calamity. So they've been venturing closer and closer to villages than ever before. So about a week ago, an ominous, that's a hard word to say when you're stupid, plume of black smoke to the north blocked the sunlight. A few brave villagers did venture out to investigate it, but they have not yet returned. So you all are right now in the village square for whatever reason you might have. Let's start out with let's introduce some characters. We'll just start. We'll start with as Roll20 has your names out there. So Patrick will be starting with you. If you would introduce and describe your character.
Excellent. I'm playing Kertap Joel, a Corvin Fey-packed warlock who is obsessed with pulling cons and a bit of a charlatan from back in the time, traveling to find adventure, but more so to stay in the company of my good friend Gerta, who helps keep me out of trouble and out of the hands of those that I've conned.
Awesome.
And I look like a bird. I don't know how much into description I need to go.
Yeah. That's one of the fun things is that, it's just say I'm a bird man. Corvin, for those listening that don't know, are raven people. And crow people and whatever other corvids. I don't know. I'm not a bird scientist. Cool. So next will be Chandler.
That's me. My name is Civ. I'm a tiny little gerbine, which is a mouse person. Mm-hmm. And I'm particularly small even for a mouse person, standing at just barely over 2 feet tall. It's got a little rascally looking kind of guy, wearing mostly leathers. Has like a handful of little daggers and a rapier strapped to him. Fairly twitchy, fairly typical little gerbine, but he's a little gray furred mouse boy. Awesome. Originally from the Salters Port.
Ooh. Sweet. Next, we have Jazz.
Yep.
We lost her.
Hello.
No,
Do you
it was
exist?
just, yeah, no. But yeah, so I'm a hedgehog, not of the Sonic variety. Those are distant cousins. Yeah, so I'm just kind of a cook. Is there a local monastery or anything around here in this town?
Not really. You might just be,
Okay.
maybe you live here.
Yeah, I'm just like a cook for hire, and I cook food and bless people, make sure that they get fat and happy. You would think I was naked, but I'm not. It's just my natural armor, so don't judge.
I mean, you could be wearing. They do show clothes on a lot of them. So
Nope, I'm naked.
okay, that's fine. I'm sure that's normal for hedges.
Yeah, could be.
How hard it is to tailor clothes for that. It's rough, man.
Yeah.
Spikes everywhere.
It's a lot of ponchos,
Tear everything to shreds.
smocks.
It's hard to put on a t-shirt because
Oh,
then
man,
you gotta
are you wearing
ram
an
it.
apron?
Sure, I'll
Awesome.
wear it.
Nope, this is great.
Just nothing but a flowered apron.
Nothing but a flowered apron. I love it. 10 out of 10. Hedges are best. That brings us to Jackie.
I'm Gerta. I am beautiful, servant barbarian. I make all the boy moves go ha ha ha.
Awesome. Love it. Okay, sorry, I was hoping that would take longer. I just shoved toffee in my face. So give me one second. Vamp! Okay, so what's everybody up to in the town square right now?
Well, I've basically been working as a mercenary for a while, so at this point, probably whatever my last job was probably brought me into Meadowfen, and now I'm just kind of scouting out for prospects. Also, if there's anywhere that looks like a bakery, I'll probably be around there.
Probably wherever, whatever like place that Rose has set up.
Yep.
I'm going to be very subtly trying to weave the story of a famous Drig or Owlfolk captain named Captain Alero, who has been known to travel the area, and just that he's a hero, real champion of the people, and just kind of start sewing that legend into the crowd, so to speak.
Okay.
I've been looking for. I'm looking around the shops looking for silks and things for fine clothing and jewelry and various things. I'm as a barbarian. I'm a moose. I'm a bit of a larger
Yes.
character, but I prefer. I'm a very feminine moose, or I desperately want to be a very feminine moose. So I'm always on the lookout for something that will make me look sparkly and what I consider pretty. But I can't stay away from Kertap for too long, otherwise he gets us in trouble, and then I have to become unladylike in the way that I get us out of that trouble.
Sounds about right. Rose, how about you?
Yeah, I'm just like in the marketplace, like looking for like whatever like the farmers market is, just kind of looking for fresh foods to cook with, and also sampling here and there as well.
They definitely have like farmers who have their stands set up for everything like that. Okay. So while you're all about your business, there's suddenly a commotion. A strig woman who seems to be wounded limps toward the Meadowfen Elder's home, staggering and catching herself on the side of a well. She is bloodied, and her tawny feathers are singed and flecked with ashen soot.
think we've got to run over and help her walk.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Given that I'm much smaller than her, it's very awkward. But I'm gonna try and do it anyway. Be like, oh goodness, what? Oh goodness, yeah, that's an owl person. I'm much smaller than this thing.
But they eat you, don't they?
I help everybody, okay?
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
I'm actually going to try to hold Gerta back from moving forward to assist, and just try to observe the crowd and the reactions and see what I can take in.
Okay.
Why do you hold me back? I help. Easy, Gerta, easy. Let's see what's going on here.
It could be a trick.
She stepped on that mouse. She hurt him.
Well, Civ, as you approach, she does speak up a bit. I must speak to the elder. We're all in grave danger. The grove, it's taken an entire town. And at that moment, a wizened-looking Gallus, who has been sitting on her front porch, rises and pulls open her door, waving Kara to come. She doesn't seem, though, to be able to really carry herself anymore. All of you know that this Gallus woman is Ardwin. She's the elder, like the village elder, and sort of the head person of Meadowfen, sort of the boss.
Ardwin.
Yeah, Ardwin. Ardwyn. Ardwin. I should. Did I? No, I did. I can reveal this to the players. Show to players. That's what she looks like. Did it show up? I don't know.
It did not.
What the? Show to players. I said show to players. I think maybe if you. I don't know, man. I've not done this before.
I tried shaking it. That didn't help.
I will just add it to all the purple people's. Wow, all the people's journals. Did it show up now?
Yeah.
Hooray!
There we go.
Nice.
That's a handsome chicken gal.
Yep.
I'm gonna go, well, it sounds like we've got to get you into the elder then, and I'm gonna kind of like prop her up so that like my shield is over my head and she can kind of lean on it, because it's like the only way I can have any surface area.
I love it.
And just start like slowly, not helping much. My strength is 6 too. I'm not good at this.
That's true. You are the worst person to do.
I'm very, very weak.
I'll come up on the other side and assist with
Awesome.
getting her in there.
As they're doing that, I'm going to step kind of into whatever clearing has been created, kind of dragging Gerta along. Of course we'll help this good woman while everyone stands around and watches. Gerta, get in there.
I love digits, and I just come in and pick her up and carry her into the elder's house.
Okay.
Right. Rose, you and I probably know each other a little bit because you've probably caught me like with one paw in pastries occasionally. So I try to snatch them once in a while.
I've been time to time.
Yes. So many spoon beatings. If you have a mace, it has to actually be an oversized metal spoon.
Every spoon is an oversized spoon for me. Okay,
that's true. That is accurate. Sweet. So Kara does croak out a thank you, and you guys help her into Ardwin's house. As you're all, Ardwin very, lets all of you, as well as Kara, obviously, in, but then shoos away others that are trying to get in with her, as well. she sits Kara down in a chair, which is a little bit small for her since Kara is a. Sorry, I didn't say that. No, I did say she was a strict. Never mind. So it's not very small. I'm thinking about a different character in a later chapter. Never mind. Sits her down in a chair and offers her a glass of water. Does anyone have medicine?
Like proficient.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not proficient in medicine.
Anybody proficient with medicine?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
Nay.
Never mind.
I'm proficient in survival.
No, it doesn't really work the same. If you're trying to find out where she was going, you would think survival would have some medicine in it and just make that one skill. That's what I would do, but it's not my game. Sorry?
Can I use insight?
No, that's not really This is more like to tend to her wounds and stuff.
Okay.
Cool. So, she begins to explain when she gets some water in her and her throat's a little more clear, that fires from the scorched grove had spread to the hillside town of Ashbarrow and razed it to the ground. She also explains that she had much difficulty getting here, for there were many bandits upon the road, making it very, very difficult for all the normal folks to get through without having to give something up to them or possibly be taken as prisoners by them. But she was one of the lucky ones to get through. She doesn't know how many might have been captured by bandits or if anybody really was. Yeah.
Well, that sounds very problematic.
Did you say profitable?
I did not, but would hardly turn it down. It's worth checking out, I suppose.
The elder actually does when he said it. Yes, this is quite serious. I believe that we must let the ruling council know what's happening. I beseech you, if it would not be too much trouble, if you would please head to Alderheart. You all know that's the capital of the Humblewood, up in the trees. And to please speak with the Birdfolk Council. Let them know of the destruction of the bandits along the road. I know it may be a dangerous journey, but it's for the good of everyone.
I don't know. I'm just a simple cook.
Oh, don't talk yourself down like that. You are much more than a simple cook. We all know that the gods occasionally will work through you.
Rosie, come along with me. You can make me some of your biscuits on the way.
I have to watch out for Gerta, or one of her kind. I don't know how Gerta would do amongst the branches. I think that's maybe not a good idea, Gerta, for you.
I like the cheese.
Gerta, I don't think it's a good idea. Maybe we could send someone else to carry the message, and we can check out what these bandits are up to.
Unfortunately, you're the only ones who really have the expertise that I would trust to be able to make it along the roads. What with how perilous they seem to be. We don't have any militiamen or anything here, really.
We should go. We should go with group.
I agree.
You cannot send Hedgehog and Little Mouse Man.
And I'm sure, of course, that the council would be, monetarily grateful for you bringing this information.
You're going to get us killed, Gerta.
It will be fun.
Oh, gonna hold a little paw up for a high five from from the giant moose girl.
I'm
But let's
definitely
do
gonna
it.
give him one.
Not your no food.
No, I'm gonna give him a dainty little little bump.
Yep.
I lose my balance a little. Still.
Make a strength check. No, not really. Unless you really want it. Awesome. I love it.
Very well. Arwen, I will be happy to lead this ragtag bunch to the Alder Heart and to the council. Certainly, though, you could help equip us along the way. I'm certain as the elder of Meadowfen. Perhaps some healing potions or what have you to see us on our journey.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything of the sort. We would gladly provide you with enough rations to make the journey much more easy that way.
I'm strong. You'll be fine.
Feathers just kind of rise up on the back of the neck. I suppose, then, a hearty meal or two would do us well on the road.
Of course.
The head uncle?
That's why we've got Rose with us.
Exactly. That's why you got Rose.
I might be able to whip something up for you guys.
See? It will be fine.
Fantastic.
Very well.
We will always be in your debt for this. Thank you so much.
No, that needed. We do it for fun.
No, I'll recall those words later.
That's awesome. I love it. Cool. So they outfit you with some basic supplies for the road. So
Is there any in this house we're in?
Mhm.
Is there any like what's I don't know what's it look like? Are we in like a sitting room or is this like one of those like one room kind of like
yeah,
little
sort of a
homes?
one room sort of cottage thing. Maybe there might be stairs going up to like a second floor.
Okay, is there any like cutlery or cups?
Yeah,
Something like that. It's like, can I just like take a fork?
sure.
I'm gonna roll for it, or can I just take a fork?
You can just take a fork. It's whatever.
I will add that to my list.
As we're getting geared up here with the food, I really am going to try to sell the idea that we need a halberd or a polearm of some sort to be donated to this effort.
I'm sure we can scrounge something up. It might be a little old and rickety. Like I said, we don't
Stick with a knife
Yeah.
strapped to the
That's more of a
There you are.
spear, but yeah, no, definitely. So yeah, she'll while they're outfitting everything up, she'll old man Tuckett lives out on the outskirts, still has his old one from his days in the militia, or
Perfect.
it's not been sharpened in a while, but it's maybe got a little rust to it. But I mean, that'll make it better when you're stabbing at your enemies, right? Oh, I think that might be a
Indeed, good
war
sir.
card. Never mind. Don't do that.
Indeed.
It's bonus
There is
tetanus
no glory
damage.
in dying from infection.
Yes. Switching over to a different system that has rules for that now. Now we're playing the grimdark version of Humblewood.
Oh boy.
This is why you're here for
That's
it.
cool.
Cool. Well, so we get y'all outfitted. Y'all get outfitted. Man, I can't talk to. I haven't even been drinking. Jeez, maybe I should start. You're all outfitted. God damn. Yeah, you got your stuffs
Yeah, you
for
got
the
it.
road. Yeah, and y'all are ready to set out.
Let's
is there
do it.
anything else anyone wants to do before you set out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Happy to get on the road.
On the road.
Off the road, I suppose.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So y'all know that you'll be going, as you can see, you'll have to move through the Winnowing Reach and then up through the forest there to get to the center of the wood where Alderheart is. It'll be a couple days journey for you all, so you're weighed down with enough food for that long. And as you're probably about like an hour, maybe two on the road outside of Meadowfen, when you come along.
Friends.
Some friends. So, did the music start?
It did not.
Damn it! I thought I had it set up. 1 second. A little music. 3 hooded figures are gesturing violently at the crumpled body on the ground, while a fourth is leaning against a nearby tree. A small handcart, stacked high with bags and boxes of various sizes, stands nearby. One of the hooded figures goes to the cart and unceremoniously sifts through the packages, leaving fallen bundles strewn on the road. As you approach, the 3 strangers who were gesturing at the body can see... as you approach the 3 strangers who were gesturing at the body, you can see the pointed face of Mapatch under the hoods. 2 male and 1 female Mapatch, each wearing worn leather and a short sword on their belt. The fourth, an intimidating Vulpin, female, lightly armored and wearing an ornate sword on her hip. She seems to be hanging back, letting her subordinates do all the work. You hear a whimper, "Help me!" from the creature laying on the ground, but you can't make out their features. The Mapatch female, still standing near the fallen body, puts her hand on her lips and says to the party, "All right, folks, nothing to see. Move along if you know what's good for ya." Oh.
Well,
Does not look like
on
there is
Earth
nothing
is-
to see.
Sorry, there's some over talking.
It does not look like there is nothing to see.
Where there isn't. Move along. Business as usual.
That poor creature, he needs help.
I guess you guys can drag your tokens out if you would like to, or have where you're standing.
How do we do that?
I don't think we ever got my token, like the tokens sorted out. At least I didn't. I sent one to the Discord, but I wasn't sure
I
if
thought I
it
got it
implemented or not.
added. Let's see. We'll find out in just a sec.
Let me see
That's
if-
Rose.
There's one.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, you have to assign them to us once they're out as well.
I
So I
already had
cannot
it set up
move
to be
mine.
assigned to you.
Yeah, I find it's kind of finicky sometimes.
1 sec here.
We don't exist.
Can I try and like slip into the trees stealthily before all this goes down, or are we going straight into initiative here?
Well, you're not going straight into initiative.
So,
So it's not letting you
if
move.
you...
Is it
Yes,
still
while the
not
big
letting you
moose
do
is
it?
talking, can I like slip it? No, I can't move it.
Okay.
I think he's making the token, but I don't know.
Well, I had a token made, but I don't know what's happening. Things are being weird. Let me see.
Yeah, I remember having a lot of issues with this when we were playing our game as well, where
Yep.
I was trying to
I just gotta
sign
find it
tokens around.
again and put it back in
Yeah, you're
here.
good.
Because it's being derp. That's fine. It's saved for posterity.
So, if at all, Civ, you indicate that you are trying to slip away, or if I can at all notice it, I will certainly enact shenanigans immediately to facilitate that.
Okay.
So, I will, with much bravado as possible, toss my cloak out wide, making as much face covering as possible next to Gerta. I'd be like, friends, I'm so glad we stumbled upon you. We are going to make your day.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
really try to draw as much attention.
And I just want to try to slip into the trees and be sneaky while he's.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a
That's a critical.
dope.
Just a 25.
Yeah, no,
That's fine.
they see nothing.
Probably didn't even notice me in the.
Had tokens made. Why does it hate me?
There's
Why?
a heavy made up loose barbarian stalking towards them, so yeah, I didn't really notice much.
You may not know this, but we are the scouting party for a heavily armed militia group marching from Meadowfen towards Other. And we have stumbled upon you just in time to save you a terrible thrashing.
Okay. Give me a deception check.
And I will happily do that.
Lie like the wind.
15.
15. Okay, let me...
Notice the halberd on the back of my moose friend.
Oh.
Sec here. Okay. Let's
Also,
see.
she and I are invisible, so you can't see us, right?
Well, that wasn't that good of a lie, but good
It's just getting
try.
more off the rails.
Gotta find their wisdom, I guess. Yeah. They don't seem to be buying it. They're like, I don't think you represent anyone.
Gerta, go closer and show them this halberd.
I will do so.
I guess we're gonna be rolling initiative.
Well, I'm trying to convince them that just to look at, right? Not for her to brandish it at them in a threatening way, but I am trying to let her close distance. And also
I guess give another persuade.
Okay. Persuasion. Yes, thank you.
Oh yeah, no, they're perfectly fine with. Now the downside of that, I did establish that it's a pretty rickety looking halberd there.
Yeah,
sure.
Right, but it's also stretched connected. I'm a warhammer.
Yeah, I just want her to get as close as possible and also eating up time so that Civ can get in position as much as he likes. Mind you, I am not closing the distance. I'm kind of motioning and just running my mouth a gab.
Yeah. Makes sense. Rose, what are you up to in all this?
I am nervously watching.
Nervously
But like,
watching. Okay.
yeah.
I like the idea that she has like a bowl of batter. She's just stirring like while we're walking. It's like, where did you? Why do you have that?
When I get nervous, I want to bake.
This is false. You just stir, just kind of mouth agape. You see, we're the scouting party for the famous and deadly Captain Alero, a massive Strig warrior, marching this way, and I'm just going to keep this spiel going for as long as I possibly can.
While I'm moving forward, kind of into the.
Okay. Sorry, give me a
I'm
second.
trying to
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're good. I'm trying to kind of like slip through the trees.
No, you do the token thing. I'm just going to keep talking until you make me stop.
Okay.
Trust me, he may not stop.
No, he'll never stop. Never stop him.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yep.
And I can see that you fine folk are just going about your day. We certainly don't want to impair that at all. We just need to get past, and we don't want you to get in the way of Captain Valero.
Making tokens on the fly, it's the worst.
Say,
There were definitely
just
birds there, I just didn't hear them. Come on, I dragged the file. Work!
I found the token thing like so finicky most of the time I played around with it.
Literal Satan. I hate it. That's why I did it all ahead of time, damn it. Did it upload? Will it blend?
That's a lot of damage.
There we go. Token. You selected token.
There's a Gerta token.
Rose is secretly a murder hobo.
Rose is secretly. You're just gonna start like going ham on people. You're actually a death cleric.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cookies are made of people. People.
Yep. So green.
Hey, my bakery's called Soylent.
We're not just trying to make you poop your pants. I've heard too many stories of idiots. They're like, I'm gonna eat nothing but Soylent. That's all I'm eating now, and then they just shit their pants.
That's what you do.
God wills it. Upload. Choose a file.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of cut out a little bit. Yeah.
We totally lost internet. What's the last thing that you?
Not much has happened. We're fiddling with tokens.
I finally have your guys' tokens fixed. Then have to give control.
So I'm meanwhile still talking as Gerta goes distance, and I'm like, pay attention to our friend Rose here. She could make you a bite to eat even if you wish.
What? Look at me.
Let's see. Sorry. Why will you not? So can none of you control your own token?
I was able to control mine.
Okay.
What do we have to hit to control them? I guess
You can just click and drag them.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out
when it
why-
works, you can just click and drag them. Yeah.
Here's what I'll do. You guys add your tokens yourselves and see if it works.
And where were we going to pull those
So
wonderful?
you click on the journal and
Got it.
where you're drag your character's name onto the board.
Boom, shakalaka, done and done.
Nailed it.
Okay, let me do that for Jay. She's runs correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so
go
I'm
ahead
gonna be
and put
like,
yourself where you were trying to get to.
I'd be kind of like slipping up this way in the trees
Okay.
here. Just staying out of sight, not jumping on anybody yet, but
Please put your weapons down. Come have a bite to eat, and then you can be on your way. We can be on our way. Everything will work out fine.
how does this kitty cat person? They look like they're having a rough time.
Yeah, they're just face down, unconscious, sorta. Well, not unconscious. They're moaning and groaning, asking for help. And then getting
What happens to that poor fella?
I look back at the and say, this merchant does not look good.
It's not your business. It's a personal matter.
Well, I hate to tell you, but a death would reflect poorly in the eyes of Captain Alero as he comes marching behind us any time. Perhaps you could let our friend Rose take a look.
I'll start walking forward.
Hey, you get away! I don't trust these ones. Get them.
Okay, I'm stabbing a fox.
Okay. So let's do initiative real quick.
Initiative.
So you'll want to click on your character and then roll the initiative.
I rolled a 1,517.
Technically, there's a point in there. Sir. Okay.
Oh, I refuse.
Share your token, select it.
Why won't it?
Well, you
You
click
have
on
to
your
click
token and then you go into your.
Right, I rolled, but it won't.
2000. Token highlighted, right? And then
Roll? Well, that sucks.
Oh.
Because I had a 19.
I had a natural 20.
Well, it's not my fault you guys didn't do it right. Okay. I have too many.
I feel like every time I don't select my token, like the first roll is always like awesome. The second time just so.
So the captain over here. Okay. Wait, not wisdom. What are you doing? Set initiative. Then I have like an initiative button. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. She sucks at life. Got it.
Got that sick 3.
10 out of 10. Then the patches, because I want them to be. I want to spread things out. Oh, well, our Germain friend will. Hey, I just had to move one thing. We'll have the jump, so you'll get to go in on Mon Capitan.
Yeah. With my rapier. And stabbing. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of jump out to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit. Yeah, I'm going to hit the fox.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if we can do this correctly. That is a 13. I'm assuming I have advantage because I was sneaking.
Yeah. That will barely miss.
That's okay. As a bonus action, I am going to use a help action because I can do that. I'm going to help Gerta attack this raccoon that's right next to me.
Okay.
Gerta, if you attack that raccoon, you'll have advantage on your attack.
Sweet.
When it's your turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing advantage on flanking then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
I'm
also
not
he does the help action. It's a special action. That you can do.
Yeah, as a Gerbean, I can use help as a bonus action. So.
Over here then?
Oh, right.
Yeah, you were over on the other side of the cat still. Yeah.
And you've got a halberd, so you can whop them from there anyway.
Do not break.
I'm not going to use your halberd. Jesus.
Well, why not? Cool. So then we'll go to the actual initiative order since you guys didn't really set it up for everyone to go in on it. So I guess Gerta's up there and has a weapon in her hand, so she could see out of the corner of her eye her buddy sneaking through the woods and take a swing.
And this is a con that Gerta and I have run before.
Yeah.
I send her up into danger.
Yeah.
So I talk a lot of shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty used to it.
It's sort of the help. My brother's wounded.
Oh, yep.
So sick.
Wounded brother. So, Gerta, what do you want to do?
Okay, then I'm going to step over and attack the hack with my warhammer.
It's for 6.
You'll need to do 2. You'll need to do 2 rolls.
That is true because you are you do have advantage, so
Okay.
you could potentially crit, unless you just don't wanna.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Don't wanna.
You hit. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and take that bigger damage number because why not?
Take 6 blunt damage.
Yep. Bashing damage. Remember, jeez.
Bashing damage. Yeah.
Cool. Put this on the guys. Have to manually put in their hit points. What is this? That should be functionality I just get. Okay. Save. Okay. So now we'll go to the actual initiative order. Well, that one didn't like what you did to him, Greta. So he's gonna try to poke you with his short sword.
Stab.
Does an 11 hit? Yeah, I didn't think so.
I look at him and I laugh. I say, "You cannot ruin my lipstick with that hit."
This one's gonna come over and also with almost roll initiative again. Oh dear.
Goodness.
He's very
That
angry.
His friend.
I just take 5 points of damage.
I sure do.
So you took 5 points of damage.
I did, or he did?
You did.
I thought he attacked.
No, that was on Civ.
Jabin. So Jabin, Civ.
Yeah,
This
that
is
was
on me.
Civ. And then the other one's gonna step back a little and pull out a short bow. And that's all he's gonna be doing. Next, our Gerbine Freund, Civ.
I'm a stab a fox again. I think we'll keep going for that.
Yeah. Show that fox.
That's a 9.
Man.
I'm doing good work so far.
Solid rolls.
And we will just help. We will help Gerta attack the same one again.
Cool. You like trip him up with I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm facing the fox, but my tail keeps just like getting all up in his raccoon's feet, and
It's just sort
like,
of
just messing
caressing
with
him in a way that's really uncomfortable, and he doesn't like.
kind of slapping his ankles and stuff, so he's like having a hard time moving around properly. And that's me. I'm not moving, so.
Okay, so that brings us to Rose.
Save me, Rose. Save me.
Um,
I don't know if I'm like in bad shape or not, but
are you in that shape?
no, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Unless I get really unlucky, but
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up and hit you. I think that was within my 20. If I measured it correctly, and I think I did. Alright.
Sorry, Patrick, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to figure out how to actually use the direct message function because I've never done it.
No worries. So it's /W, name, and then message. And you're trying to handle a lot. No pressure. No worries.
Does an 11 hit?
What was it on? Sorry, one of the patches.
Yeah.
Where's the? Just barely now.
Well, 2.
First level.
Yeah. Welcome to level 1. It's a completely different. It's more of a survival horror game. Any bonus actions?
Darkest dungeon until you get to level 5.
I don't think I have any bonus
Okay.
action.
Yeah, level 1. Sorry. It's kill trap. Kertap, not kill trap.
Kertap. Kertap.
Tap. Yeah, that's your cousin that I'm talking about. It's fine.
Sure. So I'm going to step forward a little bit. I am going to reach within to the Fey magics from my pact that are running through me and create a mind of an enormous armor-plated, halberd-wielding Strigg, kind of standing just behind them, kind of in this general area, and point and go, Captain Arrows, come! You're in trouble now!
Let's see. I think I've got a thing I can put out there for that. I just gotta find it.
And my hope is that they're just distracted enough to maybe have disadvantage on their next attacks.
Like, I had a giant thing with so many tokens in it, and I don't know if for some reason, like, it doesn't make sense to be because I'm on a different computer.
So in the Schmeppy map I'm game, I've got a whole section just lined out as Valignus tokens, which I don't need anymore, sadly enough. But
that's true. Pouring out to a real one. We'll use this. Well, aha!
Oh, he's adorable.
And I'm going to try to enhance the image with just a good lie. So persuasion or deception, either one.
Sure.
Not my best work, but it is enhanced by an image.
That's true. We'll go ahead and give you advantage on it. Why not? Go and roll
All right.
another. Since you're
Yes.
Much better. Okay, let's see how people feel about that.
Captain Valero has come! You're in trouble!
Does Minor Illusion have any type of actual, like, I don't know the rules.
It is a completely static, unmoving, no sound.
It's just there.
It does have a creature can determine if it's an illusion with an intelligence investigation check.
Okay.
Is the only,
so I guess we'll do that. They'll have disadvantage, though, because you know, did a lie. Why not? You're bad at this. Well, the Mapatches are definitely like, oh no! How about the captain? Let's shoot.
I want you to know, I imagine Captain
the
Valero
captain's
much
like,
more
I don't like this. I've heard of this guy. He was just talking all about him. So they're gonna have disadvantage on some stuff. It'll be a fun old time.
So that was my action and my movement then.
Seems good. That brings us to the captain. So she is going to have at ye with disadvantage. She pulls that ornate short sword of hers. Oh dear. Well,
I'm unconscious.
okay. Level 1.
Did not have a very lucky start in here.
Yeah. My damage rolls have been a little oof. And then I guess she'll start moving away. No thanks. It's kind of hard to move through, so she'll just get to there for now, I guess. Cool. If anyone decides to make pursuit. Okay. Gerta.
So I'm gonna attack the one in front of me again.
Dealio.
And he gave me advantage, right?
Yep.
No, he has disadvantage to attack you.
Right, but I thought that.
I did a help action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
bonus action in my case.
Yeah.
Brain him, Gerta!
Yeah. That'll hit. That'll just, no. It's just the one in front of you. Yeah, he just had like 2 health left.
Can I knock him into the one? Can I knock him into the one behind him?
Doesn't really. It happens. It doesn't do much. He's just like, no, my friend.
You will not hurt my little friend.
I didn't do what the boss did.
You work for the boss.
Yeah. Fair cop. Back to the top. Well, there's a hedgy lady right in front of him, so he's gonna try to stab her. How about ye? Nope, because he has disadvantage. And then the one with the bow is going to. Let's give him a intelligence check to see if he tries to shoot at the static image. This would be more of a 50-50 luck check. We'll do a 50-50 luck check. Odd or even?
Odd, of course.
Odd it is. Even it was. So he will shoot at the scary moose.
With disadvantage, though, Gerta. Don't worry.
That's true. Not a short sword. Wanted to shoot a short bow. Where is it?
You will shoot his short sword. It's like,
Nope, he's too scared. He hasn't done his movement yet, so he's gonna move this way. A little spoopy running away trash panda man. That brings us to, I guess, a death save.
I'm alright. I got 1 success.
Hooray. Rose.
I'll cast Spare the Dying.
That's good. Is that a bonus action? I think that might be a bonus action.
Rose reaches into her apron, grabs a crusty honey bun, and just crams it. He's like,
all I need. Spare the Dying's in action.
Okay. For some reason, I just thought it should be a Anyway, I guess it is a cantrip though, so that makes sense. Now we're on our warlocky friend.
So the one is clearly making a break, right? From heading for the hills.
Yeah, both the two of them, the one with the short bow and the captain.
Okay, so the one that's still there, I'm gonna just glare at him and I'm gonna say, Captain Alero normally doesn't take prisoners, but if you throw down your arms now, I can probably spare your life.
Make a persuasion roll.
All right, persuasion says, believe me.
16. So wisdom save. Yeah, no, he puts his hands up.
Gerta, restrain him.
He just sits on him.
Well,
Restrained.
Listen, just because we're playing a furry adjacent game doesn't mean you have to get into people's fetishes, okay? Then the captain's turn is next, and she just bones out. Ah! I accidentally zoomed in really far.
And I'm too far away to turn to the other one, aren't I?
yeah.
Okay.
Delete.
So I guess I will restrain the one that has given up the goose.
Okay.
I'm gonna whisper in his ear. The safe word is pumpernickel.
That's funny. Cool.
Are we at?
Yeah. Now, once it gets up to the top of the next initiative, this guy also bones out. No! Why are you leaving me? So much for honor amongst thieves.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Sev.
Dope.
Which, will be in the form of shoving food down his throat.
Making him chew.
5 plus my spell casting ability modifier.
Yeah, wisdom.
So, no, wisdom. Yeah. 8 health to you, my boy.
Sweet.
Huzzah.
And back up slowly. I think I tripped on this rock when I was coming over or something.
Tripped on this rock right into her sword.
You are okay, my small friend?
Oh, I'm all right. I've had a bit worse than that. I'm gonna grab the fork that I stole from the place and just kind of poke the raccoon with it. Not hard, just annoying him with it.
Oh, my friends will be back. They're just probably going to get more.
I'm going to make an effort to distract him while I dismiss the image of Captain Alero. Just enough to maybe keep it. You go ahead, Captain. We'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the feller that was on the he's still.
Yep, the person on the ground is still there.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go over to him, start patting him down, to check him out and stuff. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
So you turn over the figure. Well, that was an angle I forgot about. And you meet a what are they called?
Illurin.
Yeah, there you go. You meet a nice little Illurin. She thanks you profusely. She's like, yes. Sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Eliza. Eliza Pennygleam. To show players.
I'll be
Ain't she adorable?
I'll kind of call over pleased to meet you while I'm going through the pockets of this Mapatch here.
I thank you so much for coming to my aid. These brigands waylaid me here. My whiskers was that close. And thank you so much for protecting the cart. I'm actually, I actually happen to be on my way to Alderheart. Of course, making a stop off in a winnowing reach. Would you happen to be heading the same way?
We would. Perhaps you would like to join us for the rest of your
Yes,
journey.
I would. I would. It would be so kind of you to assist me along the road, just in case these brigands come back. It's very precarious out here right now. I don't know what's happened. Everything's going to pot.
Well, there's been some troubles up a little ways north of here. We're actually out here checking it out ourselves.
Oh, I see. I know I saw the smoke in the distance, but I never thought anything would be going around. Thank you so much for agreeing.
I'm going to try to, sit this patch down and get as much information I can about bandit activities, their closest camp, who was the leader, and anytime he seems disinclined to answer truthfully, I will ask him if he's ever had his fingers eaten by a hungry gerbine.
I can't say I ever have had my fingers eaten by a gerbine. That's.
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
What can you tell us about recent?
I know the captain is of course the dread Captain Frey. At least that's who I've been working with. But well, she obviously has heard of this that resplendent Strigman who just wandered off. I mean, I guess I wasn't reading.
That's Captain Alero.
Yes, that one. And I don't know. We have camps all over. It's not like we're more of a horizontally, made group than a hierarchy in some ways. But no, she's the captain.
Does he have anything neat in his pockets, even if it's just random crap?
He's probably got some little shinies. You find like they've got they've obviously leather armor, poorly kept short swords. Actually, you find a purse with 5 gold pieces inside of his pockets. I assume you guys also dig through the pockets of the one that was knocked out. You also find a similar purse in that one.
Cool. So like 10 gold roughly.
Yeah.
Any jewelry? Any rings I could hang on my antlers or anything like that?
He maybe has like a little shiny, dangly thing. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna hang that off my antlers.
Awesome. I love it.
So have like a little mess kit with like a cup or something in it.
No, not really.
Damn.
This wasn't their camp, but
cool.
So I'm going I'm assuming we bound him in some way or tied him up.
Notate gold and
yeah.
stuff we find. So.
Yeah, I'm going to try to pull the party aside, just out of earshot of him, so we can talk in private or semi-private.
Okay. Eliza's just kind of putting her cart back together.
I don't really favor dragging this fool, feeding him, giving him our rations all the way to the Alderheart. And though we've stopped this raid, this one bandit's not going to stop or enhance the bandits in the area. So I propose that we cut him loose with a stern warning from brave Captain Alero and send him on his way.
It works well enough for me. I don't think he'll bother us.
We should give him some cookies before we send him off.
What's that, Rose?
We should provide him some cookies before we send him off.
Absolutely. While you get those ready, I'm going to work on something as well. And I'm going to use my forgery kit and skills to create a proclamation letter to send with him that basically says I was captured and defeated by the heroic Captain Alero and his merry band, and sign it as Captain Alero and let him take that with him.
All I got was a stupid letter.
Yeah.
That's great. I like it. Awesome.
And then
yeah. Well, he thanks you for not killing him.
Oh, I didn't say we're not going to kill you. we're going to give you a head start of about 45 seconds before Civ here comes after you with his fork.
I guess it was,
like bare teeth at him and hiss.
And just sort of Zoidbergs off into the
I
woods.
shove a bunch of down in his mouth before he leaves.
Have a cookie!
This is too real. I've been in that situation too many times. Oh, I'm going for work. Okay, have a cookie. It's 6 in the morning. I don't want a cookie anyway. So
Not ever want a cookie. Like, how does that work?
I don't know, man. Gotta be careful about my girlish figure. Okay. Cool. So she does, Eliza, when you agree to come with and you're done, messing with your bandit friend. She does explain a little bit about the road ahead. As you guys know, I'll pull the map back up again. Boop-a-doop. Oh, I guess I need to move the player tab thing. There. Work. Go away. You guys will have to travel as you travel on the road. She explains that you'll have to go pretty close to the mock fields, which is a very large swampland just before the Wintering Reach. She explains that the Wintering Reach is a small research outpost who study the nearby slime population. You all, just from living around here, know that slimes are, weird little ooze guys that, if you leave them alone, it's not a huge deal. You just sort of give them a wide berth. But if you come close to them, they'll try to, slime you and, put you inside of them. Because slimes are weird like that.
No, Gerta, not for eating.
Yes, they're not like Jello.
Can I short rest while we're just kind of chilling?
Yeah.
Same.
I will make a little hearth.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you guys, so basically, when you roll your hit dice, you can re-roll one of your resting dice and take the higher roll between the two.
Rose, it is so nice having you along. This is so cozy.
I'm just scarfing as many cookies as mouthfully possible.
Such biscuits. I've never seen so much shortbread.
Just so you guys know, I've had some less than stellar performances in the Alderheart, and I typically stay away from the perches. So when we get there, maybe I'll wait with a cart or maybe do some shopping around.
What kind
shrug. Works fine for me.
Let's just say a man of my many talents, or bird of my many talents, rather. They can't all be winners. And I think that's sufficient.
He is scared.
Gerta. Your lipstick's smudged.
How dare you?
Sorry, taking down some notes.
When he says that, Gerta immediately pulls out a dainty little mirror and
starts fixing her.
Starts printing.
I'll help you.
Okay. So Eliza gets her cart all together, and you see her kind of, getting all situated to lug this big old cart that is far too large for her to be doing it, but it's her job, so she's gonna. It's like, shall we sally forth and toward the reach?
A moment. Gerta, did you hear that this small cat folk doesn't know if moose folk are strong enough to pull a cart like this?
What do you mean, does not know?
Well, maybe you could pull it unloaded, but if I were sitting in the back of it, there's no way that you could.
You get up in the back, and I will push the cart.
I'll try to get Eliza to join me in the back of the cart.
She's sure. She's never had anyone pull the cart for her before, so she's
How
very
dare
happy
you
about
say
it.
I'm not strong?
There's no way you can pull it the whole
How
way,
dare?
Gerta.
How dare?
Cool. Well, give me an athletics check.
Alright, I cast guidance.
Nice.
Yes. You get an extra D4 to that.
Oh yeah, no,
I
you
don't
just
really
you got it.
We've got to hold on tight as Gerta's just bolting.
Yeah, she's just like
I put Rose and Civ on the cart as well.
Sit on Gerta.
Bouncing down the road. Civ's like mushing you. Oh, Gerta!
Damn, I gotta say I'm not strong.
That's awesome.
I'm strong.
Cool. So due to that very good roll, you're able to actually move at a normal traveling speed as opposed to what it would be if this small cat was trying to move the cart on her own. Awesome.
Meanwhile, I'm going to talk to Eliza about the opportunity of a lifetime to make an investment that I'm setting up.
An investment of what kind?
Well, as trade continues to thin out and travel becomes more hazardous, I think there is certainly a market for discounted goods from secondhand in shops, and I'm setting up a venture myself that's going to turn a tidy profit if only I can get the capital to really get it started.
I see.
You're so full of shit.
How dare you,
The
madam?
whole time Gerta's mumbling under her breath. I told him I'm strong enough. I saw me do before. I can beat this. I do not choose one or the other.
While I'm sitting there eating cookies, I'll be like, we could sell Rose's cookies.
Ooh. Start a bakery. Retire.
Rose, do you just find that utterly abhorring, the profit from your cookies?
Well, no, I mean, profit from the cookies, like, that means I can make more cookies.
Love it.
It's an exponential increase in
She just
cookies.
loves making cookies.
So, Eliza, I'm willing, because of the circumstances you've experienced, to extend you a one-time offer to get in as a partner at a very low level.
That's very interesting. Perhaps when we reach the other heart, we can speak of it more.
Yes, think it over. Certainly, think it over. But I will warn you, I have many interested investors, and I have to really winnow this down to just the top few. But I like you, Eliza. I like you. There's something about you.
What? I pulled a card.
It seems like you're slowing down, Gerta.
That's
If you sell my cookies and they are successful, then I can hire more people to sell more cookies under me. And then we all make.
We just derailed John's entire campaign.
We're running a cookie business.
Yeah, no, I'm not running MLM,
yeah,
cookie MLM. Like
We're starting a bakery in Alderheart
Yeah.
and refusing to leave.
it's fine. I would just find a system that would work for. Oh man, it'd be great. It would turn into a sitcom. Awesome. Well, so
We'll just end up getting together and playing Overcooked on my Xbox. It'll be fun.
Yes.
Right.
I love that game.
That's how we decide if we were successful or not in the adventure.
So as you are all making your way down the road, this is quite a while down the way. The terrain on the left side of you starts to change considerably. So beyond the lush green trees lining the road, you start glimpsing burnt stumps and ash-covered fields. It looks as if a massive fire recently ravaged the area, which kind of checks out with what you've been told and what you know of the more prevalent fires as of lately. Everyone give me what's everyone's passive perception actually?
It's 13.
13?
That's going to be the bottom of the left of your character sheet. Mine's 11.
11.
13.
Mine's 13.
Okay. So you do notice, you all do notice like a cloud of creatures above all the ash. It doesn't seem Seems you're not sure how close it is, though. It seems could be far, could be near. You're not exactly sure what it is that you're seeing up there.
Can you describe again what we think we're seeing?
Like this, like it looks like a cloud of like flying creatures of some sort.
Moving towards us, hovering in space.
It looks like it's kind of moving towards you, but you can't really get a beat on like how long it would take it to get to you or anything like that. It's just kind of, you know, they move so erratically that it's kind of hard to tell. Until they swoop. Let's see. Let me get this sort of how I imagine it. I deleted the wrong one. In my brain. We'll just reuse this map, but remove some things. As you are beset upon.
Nothing has changed.
Yep. No, there's not a pile of stuff anymore.
You go to your journal and you drag your character over.
Yeah, excellent. Your character, it happens. You are. Everybody give me initiative.
What are those?
They seem to be swarms of umber bats. We're missing.
Where'd my token go?
Yeah, where did your token go?
I had it clicked, and I clicked initiative, and it said it wasn't there, and then it's just like gone now.
That's weird.
Hold on a sec. Unfortunate. That was a good roll. Let's try again, I guess. That was an even better roll. So I'll take it. I'm doing good on initiative.
That's good. Now you just need to be good at the other thing.
I have to like be able to hit stuff, and that'd be neat.
Would be neat. So that the bats. Okay.
Rose, are you a medium-sized creature? The hedgehog's medium. Curious.
I think they are. Not positive though.
I can move through anyone who's a larger size than me, so I'm just.
Well, probably larger than that.
You can always move through an allied space, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to say you can do it through enemy things too. No, it looks like hedges are small.
Cool. Well, good to know.
Oh, yeah, because we're like 2 to 4 feet tall, I think it is.
Hedges?
Yeah.
Hedges are like, I don't know, 3 to 4 feet tall.
Nothing like the 7-foot monstrosity that is Gerta.
Yeah, right? You're definitely going to be... That includes antlers.
You're literally 3.5 times my height.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, so these swarms are like literally like coming onto you guys. So... Oh no, I went away from that page to look it up. Yes, they attack. You did have time to prepare yourself, so there won't be a surprise run or anything. Eliza just hides in the cart.
Cool.
And you're first, Civ.
All right, we're just gonna go right through everybody. Man, and I guess they're tiny, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're a swarm though.
Yeah, I'll just do that. It doesn't really matter. I can go around. It's not a big deal. But and we're gonna smack them with we're gonna attack them with a rapier, which makes a whole lot of sense.
Yep.
Yep. I'm assuming I'm flanking. Is that a thing where if it's okay? So it's a 19.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'll help Rose attack them. Actually, it doesn't really matter. We're flanking already. I'll help. If he wants to attack it, he'll have advantage.
Okay.
It's not necessary. Just it's a use of my resources.
Yeah. No, it's good. Gerta.
I'm going to step directly in the path of this little oncoming swarm and swing for the fences.
I guess I should explain or describe what they are. They're basically like little bats, like swarms of little bats, with candle flame, like coming out of their like snouts, like on top, like sitting on top of their snouts. And there's just like hundreds of them, like in these swarms.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to, I guess, take out as many as I can with a swing of my warhammer.
Go for it. That'll hit. That's 7. What should we call? Cool.
I love the idea of using a rapier against something like this. It's like what I do, like shish kebab, like 5 of them.
You're just like swinging it around so much. Rose. Jess, it's your turn.
Yeah, I was talking and not pushing.
Not pushing, push the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna whack it with the warhammer.
Okay. With your spoon.
Actual 20. Yeah.
Crit. Okay.
Do 20 points of bludgeoning.
That's pretty good. It is not dead, no. Thing about swarms is they have resistance to physical damage.
So it looks like the crit rolled 3d8.
Oh. I think that's weird.
You might have typed in like you thought the total number was, but the crit bit just asked you how many extra dice to add.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
If you took the first number, it was an 8.
Yeah.
Of the 2d8, so it'd be 13. No, that's wrong.
It doesn't have strength in there either. So I'll just take the.
It does on the first.
On the first one. Okay. Yeah.
But it does add that in there, so it should be like 5 plus
13. 8. Yeah, 13. So that would be.
It should be 13.
Yeah.
Open up.
I was like, that seemed really high for.
Yeah.
For this tiny hedge cleric.
It's because we're so used to being like level 6 and 7 characters. Right?
Well, yeah. Well, and I was looking at the 15, and I was like, to get like a 1d, I was like, that should be just a 1d8. How could that be?
Yeah, that's math
15.
is weird. Cool. And now it is everyone's favorite shyster.
Is it, or is it the?
I think it should be them. It looks like the order's wrong.
I'm just bad at existence. Cool. So, it's definitely gonna bite at Rose because she just really, really killed a bunch of their friends. That's not nice.
Womp.
Does a 13 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
Well, why not?
Because
nope, not
This is
initiative.
Oppolar's
That is the
planes.
wrong thing. No! It's because they're next to each other. Does a 16 hit you, Gerta?
Yeah.
4 points of piercing damage as it gnaws upon you. They gnaw upon you. There's a lot of them. And now, now it is, Kertap.
Do they appear to be actual living bats?
Yes. Yeah, they're actual living bats with little candle-sized flame coming up from the top of their snouts. You guys know about these. They're sometimes the cause of some of the fires.
So do we know if physiologically they function as a bat does using sonar to
Well, yeah. Yeah, they have a location.
So what I'd like to do then is take the bag of sand I have and toss it up into the swarm fighting Gerta right now.
Okay. Are you just trying to give them like disadvantage or something?
Yeah, so I mean just cloud the air with a bunch of tiny particles to disrupt this swarm's ability to navigate.
Mm-hmm. I guess I don't know what I'd have you roll for that. It's weird.
Be like a ranged attack almost.
Sure. Why not? So yeah, just make a range attack. You have your dex and you're proficient with throwing sand because it would seem silly to not.
I just used my dagger
Okay.
because so.
Well, you tried to throw it, but then a breeze came through and just kind of blew the particles around.
I farted.
What did you say, Jess? Did you say you farted? Okay.
That's
It was bad.
Been eating too many beans, I guess. So next it will be Civ. And before you go, could you give me a Constitution saving throw?
14.
Okay, you're good. What are you gonna do?
I don't know, bud. Go on upstairs, please. Okay. Go talk to Mom about it. I'm gonna stab some bats.
Stab bat.
That's a 23 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
10 damage.
Nice. So it's taken 16.
Why do I have 2 tokens now? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's where the one was before. It just vanished for some reason.
I don't know what's happening, man. Roll 20s on drugs, maybe. I don't know. Cool. Gerta.
And I'm also gonna help. I'm gonna help Kertap attack this one just because he's the only one that it's relevant for. So.
Yep. Gerta, give me a con save.
That's probably not.
I don't know why I keep saying Gerta when your name's Greta.
It's Gerta.
It's good.
It's Gerta, not Greta.
Oh yeah, I can't read. Man. Okay, you're good. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna swing my warhammer at him again.
Yeah, you womp him something fierce. 11 becomes 6. Just killing many bats. And now Rose. The Bat Smasher.
Yeah.
Was that?
I'll keep smashing the bats.
Okay.
Bat smashing.
Yep. Ba-da-da. Little less gusto in that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And the bats. They'll continue to bite. Rose. Oof. That'll hit. That's 5 piercing damage.
My health.
Huh?
That's half my health.
Well, they're really angry. You killed one of them's mom. Another one's like, no, Martha! And, stuff happens. Then on Gerta. We'll miss.
Damn right it will.
And Kertap.
I am going to look utterly disgusted that it's come to this, and I'm going to thrust forward a hand, channeling the Fey energy hidden deep within, and Eldritch Blast the bats attacking Gerta.
Okay. Okay. You take a very large portion of the bats out. It seems to be much more effective than all the flailing that everybody else has been doing. That will bring us back to the top. Civ.
I'm gonna stab bats.
Stab bats.
Level 1. I've got so many options.
Yes.
Thinking it's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
That's 8 points of bat.
8 points of bat. You take out the final bats.
All right. Then I'm gonna walk here And I'm going to use my help to help Rose attack these bats.
Okay. Gerta.
Enjoy my help bonus action for now, because I stopped doing it at level 3.
Yeah.
When I get my actual abilities.
Yep. Nope, that's a negative on that one.
Yeah.
Well, she's flanking, isn't she?
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
flanking.
You are flanking, so you would have advantage.
Oh, okay. I'll roll again. Sorry, my bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's much better. Okay.
For a minute there was some sand in my eyes from what he threw up in the air, and now it
Yeah.
cleared out.
And that takes out the last of those bats. What survived, dissipate, and sort of fly off in all directions.
Last bat.
Oh dear, that was quite that was not a very pleasant experience. I'm glad I had you folk along. If I got caught out, I probably would have been gnawed on by bats for days.
I'm glad we were here as well. I'm going to run over by Rose and start, checking her injuries. Poking at her. I'm not helpful. But
Not in a helpful way, but in a...
No.
Got it.
I'm concerned about the one who makes cookies.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, what time of day is it? How long
It's
is it?
probably getting just into the sort of afternoon. Maybe late afternoon.
Sounds like it's
You guys aren't too far out from the winnowing reach.
Oh,
Press on, see if we can get there, and I'm gonna hop up on Gerta's shoulders. Just a jump.
Just
Okay,
that is true.
Gerta's
You
still
can
pulling.
jump an absurd.
Gerta's
I
still pulling.
have a
the cart
15-foot vertical jump, so I'm just gonna...
Yeah, Gerta's still pulling the cart out of pride.
Cool.
Kertap is going to sulk a bit.
You're gonna what a bit?
Sulk. He really hates having to just engage in flat combat like that.
Okay. Well, you got to do what you got to do, right?
For sure.
Faux show. Cool. So with the flaming bats behind you, the rest of your trip is pretty uneventful. After just a couple more hours on the road, you come into view of Winnowing Reach. Well, it's like, I forgot to do battle music. I am a fool. See, this is why I need to have it programmed in. This is the Winnowing Reach. As mentioned before, it's a sort of a scientific station in some ways, where they gather slime residue and occasionally wrangle full slimes, and it's really their main export. So upon entering the Reach, Eliza thanks you so much for all that you've done for her, and the good company along the road. And let you all know that she's going to be setting up her little shop in the center of the town. If you want to come by, do any trading of any sort, buy anything. And she says, "Have a rest. You're going to need it when you escort me to Alderheart," and sort of winks to you. She does promise. She does say thank you for getting her here by way of offering you each to be able to pick an item from her inventory. She has basically basic mundane adventuring gear. You can anything that's like 50 gold pieces or less, you can pick out of it.
Perfect.
Do you have any rouge?
Sorry, you were a little quiet. I couldn't understand you.
Rouge.
Yeah, she has like a little
A little color for my cheeks.
Yeah, no, definitely. She has like a little kit with that in it. Maybe a couple other things. I don't know makeup. I can't describe that stuff.
I thank you.
Of course. Thank you for pulling the cart.
It is because I am strong. But I can be both.
Indeed.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll wait until everyone else is either distracted or not looking, and I'm going to ask Eliza if she has a fine set of clothing sized for Gerta, like a dress or something like.
Oh. Sure. Yeah. She can have something nice like that.
Nice, a nice moosey summer dress.
Yeah. Yes, it's basically a summer dress, but size for a moose. It might be a little short, but it's at least
Goes off my
Servine.
leg.
Exactly. It's definitely cut so that a Servine can wear it.
And I'll give it to you and say, that crazy Catwoman said to give you this. She donated it to our cause. Here you go.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much.
No, she donated it. I was going to throw it away, but I thought you could use it.
Thank you passing it on. You are good. You are a good bird.
Other than that, I guess we start looking around town.
Sure.
I'll talk to you about it later. Okay. Can't deal with it right now.
Okay. So the first thing you do sort of notice, sort of wandering around town, is that it does seem to be lacking in way of like amenities compared to other like towns of this size. It seems to focus a lot more on like all the research aspect and have housing for like the folks that are doing the stuff there. You do of course find that there is a general store. There's an apothecary. There is a small inn with a tavern. But instead of having usual staples that you would find in a town, like an armorer or a weapon guy, blacksmith or whatever, you find like a bookbinder, and of course, as I mentioned, the apothecary.
Awesome.
So where are folks wanting to do? It is starting to get a little closer, early evening.
Well,
Gerta is going to go to the inn and inquire about a bath.
Yeah.
And then she's going to put on her dress and do her makeup and sit in the bar for drinks and cocktails.
Sure. It's two copper pieces for the bath.
You make sure water is hot.
Of course, ma'am.
Sid, what were you doing?
I'm probably just following Gerta. I think she's got the right idea.
Cool.
I'm going to make my way to the apothecary.
To the apothecary. How about Rose?
Yeah, I'm heading to the tavern.
You heading to the
Okay. So the tavern is a little place called Wrangler's Rest. Sort of a quiet place, decent food, pretty good quality rooms. They offer the baths, food, ale. Yeah.
I'm going to spend this time chatting with Rose about the benefits of a skincare routine. And
You mean like fur care routine?
I mean, yeah.
grooming techniques and such along the line. There is no excuse for improper grooming.
I just let the steam from my cooking keep my fur soft.
That is why you smell delicious.
That's awesome.
You're not going to eat me, are you?
I am not a carnivore.
Vegan.
Yes, I'm vegan.
Yeah, we know.
That's a joke.
Simply do not talk about it because it is a personal preference and one that I should not push on others.
That doesn't sound accurate.
You should try this thing called CrossFit.
Gert is a CrossFit instructor.
Probably.
Gerta is CrossFit.
It is CrossFit. So. But yes, no, I'm very enamored with fur care routines and personal grooming and hygiene, and I even polish my hooves.
That's great. So Kertap, when you get to the apothecary, it doesn't really have a name. It's just labeled as the apothecary place. There's a wizened looking what's something we haven't seen yet? I don't know, man. A wizened Luma, not Loomis. I don't know. Yeah, the wizened Luma is the apothecary. He's like, "Oh, welcome to my establishment."
My good sir, I am glad I found you. I am on an urgent mission from Ardwin, the elder of Meadowfen.
Oh, I see. That's
Surely you've heard of her, yes?
yeah. I don't really haven't been to Meadowfen recently. I'm sure I've.
No matter. This, I'm sure you'll be happy to help. We are both working for an esteemed war hero, Captain Alero. And long story short, I need to have access to your alchemy supplies to try to whip up a batch of alchemist fire, if I could.
Oh, I see. Well, mostly what we sell here, we do have mostly just swamp herbs. I don't know that most of it is very good from alchemist fire. Not really have.
Just let me peruse your regions then, and I'll tell you what you have. In fact, I'm really an expert in the field, and I'm going to try to convince him, rather than using alchemy, using arcana, that I'm just a master when it comes to magical potions and such.
Sure.
And when I do that with arcana, I have advantage.
Cool. Oh yes, no, he quite believes you. He's like, oh yes, of course you can look through everything here. Of course, everything is for sale, obviously. Other than, of course, my equipment that I use to make. But I do sell healers kits, herbalism kits. If you, like I said, the swamp herbs are available. We do also sell healing potions here. If you sound like you're on a bit of a journey, you haven't seen anyone down before.
Yeah, we are, again, massive important mission for Ardwin, the Elder of Meadowfen, very important person, and then she pales in importance to Captain Alero. So I am certainly grateful for your help.
Yes.
And I do want to look through his regions to see if there's anything I can use to make. Specifically, I was looking to make alchemist fire, but willing to just kind of spot around his shop.
It seems most of the things that he has are more for things like healing potions.
Okay.
It seems to be a little bit more the specialty of this store. He does say that if you're able to make it on your own, you can obviously get them at half price for crafting them. Yeah, you can basically buy all the reagents to make healing potions for the price of half of what a healing potion would cost. Then it would just be on you to, you would just use herbalism and time to make it if anybody is proficient with herbalism, or the herbalism kit, as it were.
No, alchemist tools, but not an herbalism kit.
I'd let alchemist tools work for it. I don't know why it wouldn't be able to.
So it'd be 25 gold for the healing potion then?
It's just a regular potion of healing, the 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, I'll let him know that I'll be back, and I appreciate his generosity, and that certainly, Captain will be grateful for the discount down to 1/4 your normal price.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, 1/4 of the normal price. That's what you said a moment ago.
I
said
half the normal price.
No, I'm certain I heard 1/4, which I think is generous, certainly.
I guess you can make a persuasion check.
Come on, mama. No.
He is not convinced.
Yeah.
No.
I'm still gonna. I'll still take my exit, and as I do say again, I thank you for the 1/4 price, and
half, I say.
make my way to the inn.
These adventurer types will be the death of me.
I almost love as much when it fails as when it succeeds.
Yeah.
The bullshit, because it. And so when I get to the inn, I'll share with them that I could procure us a couple of healing. Certainly, I don't have the funds.
Civ, what are you up to while the ladies are trading tips on, shampooing their hair?
I'd probably be just at the tavern, kind of just asking around for any interesting news anybody's got. Yeah, anything going around. I've kind of been wandering as a mercenary for a little while, so just keeping my ear to the ground. Any kind of information would be much all I'm doing.
Yeah, there's a grizzled older fella who he's a raptor who looks kind of like a hawk, but with I don't know how birds have beards, but he does. He's like, yeah, I hear that the magistrates been looking for someone to help them out with something. I don't know what. I don't really. I'm more of a slime wrangler than a whatever he's trying to.
Lord, I want to grow up to be a slime wrangler.
Right?
You gotta say right. Slime.
Slime wrangler.
Like the magistrate, huh? Do you know where that is? We just got into town.
Oh, yeah, you should just probably be over at the magistrate's office.
You're right. I look out. We said it was getting kind of late in the evening. I was like, maybe first thing in the morning we'll stop in and see what kind of work they've got in a little place like this.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty much all I'm up to. I'm getting drinks. Gotta get drinks.
Yep. They sell special a little bit, Small beer has a different meaning.
Yeah, they hand me a shot glass and I use it as a cup. Yeah.
I kind of start refilling my moose glass.
Awesome. Sorry, one second. Typing and doing other things is hard. I'm not good at multi-thinging. Tasking, that's the word. Okay. Let's see. So was there anything else anybody wanted to do during the... Oh my god, my thing just disappeared. My screen just I accidentally minimized it and it ran away onto my other monitor. Was there anything else anyone wanted to do before turning in for the evening or anything?
So I do want to share with the group that if we want non-clerical based healing, that it can be procured from the alchemist shop. I'll just need a little bit of investment. On that note,
kind of nodded. And look, I've got the couple of pouches from the mapatches, and well, I don't think I've got quite enough yet, but we'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's sleepy time music.
Sleepy time music.
Country Village from some type of
Country
pod-saved audio. I don't know, it's public domain, so I can use it. Not public domain, Creative Commons. I don't know, one of those ones that I can use it without getting sued.
Yep.
Did Rose or Gerta have anything they were trying to do before?
No, I'm going to thank Rose and Stu for the companionship, having the drinks with me, and I must now get to my beauty. Look, cookie. Yep.
You cut out really bad through, like, basically that entire thing.
The music's super loud.
Okay, sorry. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay.
So I thank Rose and Civ for their companionship for the drinks, and then I say, I must now retire for sleep. A good sleep schedule is very important to one's beauty and rest.
Why is your accent better than mine?
Because I am a horrible person.
That's funny.
Okay. Like, well, if we can just lay some blankets out in the corner of a room, I can just get all curled up. I'm happy to get some sleep.
I'll get a room and I'll let Sev sleep on the floor, I guess, if you want.
I rented a moose-sized room, so there's plenty of room for everybody to bunk down, probably in the room that I'm in.
Okay. Cool.
Sure.
Slumber party.
Yep, slumber
Yeah, I'll
party.
just hijack a blanket to sort of make a little like nest kind of thing out of.
I'm just be warning you. I snore.
Of course.
Yeah, and I will turn in as well.
Awesome. Cool. So y'all settle in for the evening. Nothing happens at night. You don't get like attacked by assassins in the dark. As fun as that would be.
This time.
This time, yes. Maybe later.
Because the rumbling they hear coming from the snoring of Gerta is disturbing.
Yep, it keeps everyone away, but it would also make it very easy for them to sneak up on you. Sweet. Cool. So y'all get up in the morning, relatively regular time. They serve breakfast and everything. Everybody obviously gets, a long rest. They have serving some breakfast down in the tavern. Probably, berries, nuts, things like that. And while you're all sitting there, an agitated kindled Corvum, dressed in finery, approaches you.
It's not me.
No, it is not. His feather is ruffled with worry. Adventurers? Think, Claron, you happen to be here. Please, you must help me. Kenna, that foolish girl. She's gotten in over her head. She ventured into the caverns looking for slimes, but hasn't returned for days. I can only hope she's still alive. You will help me, won't you?
Of course, brother. Sit down. Sit down, my fine feathered friend. Tell us more.
He looks a little shoved in. Like this.
Oh, he looks nice.
Yup. Yes. He does have one, stray feather, in the middle of his face, I think it says it's supposed to be. But yes. And obviously you heard that he's the magistrate of the town. So he sits down at your table with you. So you said you would, yeah? Sorry,
Yeah, I told him to sit down and tell us more.
Okay. Yes, of course. Well, as I mentioned before, Kenna, she's a younger researcher. She has more gusto than than sense. All book smarts, no wood smarts, as it were, and well, the Moken Caves is where she went off to. It's generally where most of the slimes tend to live. At least that's where a large congregation tends to be. Might be the origin, we're not sure. But she said she wanted to research a particular one or some such nonsense, and she just went off.
Well, I'm sure we'd be happy to help. Unfortunately, Magistrate, we've been commissioned by Auburn of Meadowfen to escort Eliza on a trade caravan to Motherheart, and we get penalized for each day we delay. I wish that there was some way we could overcome this financial burden to assist you.
She most definitely will not be setting off for a time. You'll have plenty of time, I assure you. You can have any type of anything you find within the caverns. I know all kinds of odds and ends get swept into there.
No, I wish only we had a little upfront funds to ensure that we were successful on this journey.
Kind of like hop up onto the table and be like, "Sir, don't listen too closely to Kertap. Where is this cave?"
And he describes it's through the swamps, to the I can't remember the direction. It's to the south and the west from us.
Why do you let research go alone?
Sorry, say that again.
Why do you let the researcher go alone?
Well, she went off without consulting anyone. She just...
But how do you know where she went?
She mentioned it to someone else. She does this from time to time, and just... Usually she's back within a day or so, but it's been so long.
My good man, you sent this adventure off under-equipped and researcher off under-equipped and unprepared, and now you would send a lawfully employed group of adventurers under-equipped and underprepared in the same fashion?
She did it on her own accord. It has nothing to do with I have no responsibility for her actions. I'm just trying to get her back. What?
I am sure that's what your voters will say as well, that you had no responsibility. I can't imagine.
I hop down back off the table and go, "Well, I'm headed to the cave. I'll see you all there," and just start walking out the door.
Well, there's one dead mouse that you...
Wait. Well, before you leave, I do have a...
It's my young mouse. Oh, if you let me finish my breakfast.
Oh, I want to swipe a tavern mug on my way out.
Sure. The magistrate does call out to him and tells you that try to hand you it's a very rough map.
Okay, I'll snatch it from him.
Yeah, so and it shows you do have to travel obviously through the swamps, through the muck fields, in order to get there.
Okay.
And it has a mark of where the entrance is. Which, if you look at the map of the Humblewood, it looks sort of like that.
I'm going to continue trying to sell the magistrate on the idea that if he were to help us a little bit, equip us better for his journey, just think of the renown he would gain when we came back to town and that he ensured personally out of his own pockets that we were able to rescue this researcher. How invested in the town he is.
Fine, very well. And he scribbles down a note basically for you to be able to procure
a line of credit.
Well, it's specifically for 2 healing potions from the apothecary.
Meanwhile, Gerta finishes chewing her breakfast, carefully wipes her mouth with the scrap of burlap napkin that is on the tavern table, and reapplies her I am ready now.
I'll definitely take his script of procurement and go to the alchemist and pick up those healing potions.
Awesome.
I'm just like waiting on the edge of town for them.
Like, what is taking so long?
Like they'll show up soon.
One day. Oh, did I not move you guys over to the... I'm dumb.
No.
Oh, town! Look at that.
My
That's an
bad.
interesting
I
map.
thought I moved you guys over, but I just clicked on it. I'm used to being a player, not the GM, okay? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're doing an excellent job, sir.
You are doing things.
I don't know about that, but okay.
You're not bad.
Cool. So I assume you guys go by and pick up the potions. Was there anything else anyone wanted to do before they leave town?
I do want to attempt to forge with my forgery kit the note of procurement
Okay.
for I just want to duplicate it. I just want to see if
Okay.
so I will give you that check.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. With a natural 20. Yup.
So I will. I'll just procure 4 healing potions and be on my way to join my group.
Seems good. I'm sure when he gets invoiced, he won't be perturbed at all.
This is what I live with.
That's great.
That's why I just left. Like, I just won't be a part of this. Yeah.
Yet you steal a tavern mug on the way out. Stealing is stealing, my friend.
That's worth the same as 200 gold worth of potions.
It's all about the
You won't
art.
see me steal it.
I love it.
You don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
so
they're giving away those bugs. It might be defective. I
a
just can't wait till
collector's
you start pulling out all the random like cutlery and mugs and using it with your abilities later.
See, I don't have it yet, so I'm collecting things.
Yep. Just to be ready to smash random shit. Cool. So
I'm excited for when I see the bot people and beat them with it.
Yes. It's gonna be great. So looking at the little map that you've got, you see that the closest entrance to the Reach, the closest entrance from the Reach is about a half a day's hike south through the middle.
We're still looking at the town map.
Yeah, that doesn't have a separate one.
Okay.
Like little, I can pull back up the. It doesn't like have different routes on it or anything.
Okay.
I'll get a draw thing. So you can go just basically straight through and get to it. That's one way. You know that could lead to running into more like gribblies along the way and whatever, happens to be down through the middle. Looking at it, you do notice that you also have a little bit of a longer route you could take that would most likely require a night of camping along the road, but is a much safer route where you sort of like go like around the worst of the swampy bits to get to it.
We've got somebody in danger. I'd rather take the short route if possible.
I agree.
Seems solid. 2 votes for.
I can't let Gerta go off on her own. She'll get injured.
I love it. This dynamic is great.
Well, I'm just more concerned about like Kertap trying to.
It's Kertap, you sons of bitches.
Kertap trying not.
Make up some random set of syllables that sound kind of simple every time.
Come on, tippy tap, crib crap.
Just every time it's a different thing. I love it.
Just make sure that trap doesn't help swamp.
Claptrap.
Oh, fuck you, Beck.
Protect me, Squire. That's great. 10 out of 10. You get it. You know what? That made me laugh enough to give you inspiration. Oh man. You know what, Patrick? You also take it because you've been like pretty entertaining with your shenanigans and chicanery.
We aim to
Cool.
please, boss.
You know what? Everybody take it. Everybody has entertained me enough. Everybody's gonna get some inspiration. This is gonna throw it out. The Oprah of inspiration. Cool. So you guys decide to go through the middle. Cool. So that's only going to take you a few hours to do. Along the way.
I will, while we're traveling, be looking for any alchemical regions to gather up.
Sure. Give me, I guess, Arcana.
Excellent.
Yeah, you find enough. You find mostly what you find in abundance are sorry, brain fart, are the types of things that you found at the alchemist shop, obviously, that you can make some healing potions out of. You get enough stuff to make, okay, 4 healing potions.
So I'll just put regions for now for 4 healing potions.
Yep, that works.
Perfect.
Okay. Are we in the swamps itself now?
Yeah, you'll be heading into the swamps itself.
Okay, but we're not there yet.
Well, no, like you leave the town and you get right into swamp.
Oh, okay. Can I just like find some bugs and stuff and ask them if they know like a safe way towards the caverns?
Sure.
A little interpretive dance or something to try to communicate what I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to think what I would have you roll for that. I guess persuasion? You're persuading the bugs. Oh no, they don't like that you're trampsing through their home. They give you the equivalent of the bug finger.
Give them some cookies.
I'll leave them some cookie crumbs
Okay.
as payment.
You're persuading them a little, but they're still maybe on your way back they'll be more amenable.
Eat them on my way back.
Well, no, if you run into them again, maybe those cookies will like you more. Yeah, no, they're not fans. Okay, I'm gonna roll the thing.
I'm looking for stuff while we're traveling through the mock fields. I'm looking for things that I can brew into alcohol.
Okay.
She's proficient with the brewer skills.
That's cool. I guess roll a proficient brewer.
Can I point out to her? Can I point out to her anything I see that I think would assist? Can I try to assist her essentially?
Sure. So roll another one.
Yeah, let me roll and then you can roll. So that was a check for alchemy to point out the herbs and whatnot that would be.
Yeah.
Still.
You find a cool mushroom. It might be interesting.
Absolutely.
It could make for an interesting taste. Could be poisonous, but it could be interesting. You don't know.
Right. Yeah, no, I thought.
Okay, so you guys are going along, minding your own business. What is that one? When you come into an area, this time I'll remember to move you. If you guys are sort of like toward the top of this area. So if you want to place yourselves, how you would be like.
I don't want to do that. How do I not draw?
You gotta click on the. Yeah.
How do I erase what I drew?
I got you.
Thank you.
You don't. It's permanent.
Yep, it's forever there. It's a mark of your shame.
So much shame.
And if you just place yourselves up in the sort of the area up top somewhere,
they're much higher.
however you guys would be, walking, and you come upon a group of slimes.
Of gazebos.
No, not gazebos. A group of slimes. Let me see. So it's D4 slimes.
Are we in like a muddy, swampy area?
Oh yeah, it is gross.
D4 slimes.
Does anyone know if this is mineral mud? It is good for skin.
I'd rather not get it in my fur.
But once you wash it out, you'll be all shiny, make all the girl gerbeans go cold.
So you guys notice right along your path, one of these slimy boys. Looks green. Seems to have some bones floating in it.
And we know that if you leave them alone, they're essentially non-threatening if you don't close in on them, or
you want to stay a certain distance away from them. You guys can make like a nature check to sort of know what
How far?
you want to do. Yeah.
Rose has us handled.
Yeah, Rose, you know that as long as you stay like 60
A
feet
natural
away.
one.
Yeah, and
It's
funny.
pretty funny. We had a lot of
Have a
20s on skill checks. It's pretty entertaining.
We're already well within the danger zone.
Yeah, so it's aware of you. Outside of 60 feet, it can't really tell what's happening. But it's sort of just blooping around.
I'll just ready up my crossbow.
Okay.
For if it comes closer.
I'll tell everyone, just keep a good distance away from it. It's trying to make its way towards us, but let's circle around it maybe, and hopefully it won't attack us.
Meanwhile, Gerta's trying to tell her it doesn't look so bad.
Let's go ahead.
It's coming right for us.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have everyone roll initiative. And do this on a turn by turn. Oh, solid.
A bad roll. JP, your NPC initiatives have been on point.
Oh yeah. Well, to be fair, these slimes have not.
Sure, it has like a -2 or something.
Yeah, because it's a news. So, cool. So Rose, you're first. You guys are. It looks like already within sight of it. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you guys. It sees you. You can tell the way it's jiggling. The way it's doing its jelly thing.
So, Rose, if we get outside of 60 feet of this thing, it won't even know we're there. We can just move on.
Yeah, if you guys just book it, you can.
Do I know if these things move quickly or are they just kind of slow?
No, they're not known for their speed.
Okay.
They more amble towards you.
Just follow me. We'll walk pretty quickly.
Yeah, so if Rose starts to move, full speed away from this thing, I'll do the same.
Same.
Seems good.
And I'm just using my full movement and dash to
Seems good.
get out.
All right, what is it?
Sid is like, for honor and glory!
Go! I'll chase. Why not?
Then it's gonna just. Oh, it can close in. Doesn't get to do much more, but it's standing. Bloop.
It's a fast flying.
Oh,
Well, that was a
him
double
running.
move. That was it. Going as far as it possibly could by just dashing, basically.
okay. I don't think we're gonna outdo this.
Yeah, if we go full speed, right?
We all only move, I guess she moves 60 feet close to it. Yeah. Oh well, then.
Yeah, my movement speed is 50 or is 25. I mean,
That's true. You do have a couple stunties.
Mine's 35.
Mine's
Yeah,
30,
we'll
but it will
kill this
hit me if
thing.
I walk away.
It's true.
Not if you disengage, but
Yeah, but then I don't go very far.
yeah.
That's not
No,
true.
I pick you up and toss you up on my antlers.
See blue jet.
Your call, Rose. We're gonna follow you. You know the most about these.
Yep, because it's now Rose. We're back at the top.
okay.
You have to make the decision, Rose. All the pressure.
Yep.
Yeah, touch penetrate.
Go for it.
Everyone here knows I love making decisions.
Just trying to make it some cookies.
Just start throwing food at it and hope that it gets distracted. You can take them.
Yeah, I think we could probably kill one slime.
I'm just.
Peace out.
You're just gonna Zoidberg around.
yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna be outside of 50 feet from it though, so I might as well just try to whack it actually instead.
It's up to you.
Alright, let's start this party. What do I want to do?
I don't know, man. Level 1 characters. They got a lot of options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I've been using this help as a bonus action, because it's like, hey, I get to choose to do something.
Yeah, like
That
as a
isn't
level
just
1
attack
character,
with
that's
my
actually
rapier.
pretty good. Like,
No.
I mean, with one thing there, you can just form the, square of death around it and just everybody be flanking everything.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, cast Toll the Dead
Okay.
on it.
Bong.
What type of save is that?
Wisdom.
Oh boy, it's super good at wisdom saves. Let's see, with a -2, okay, that's a 7. Got it. Roll
Awesome.
damage.
Roll for slime damage.
5 damage. He's been slimed. Well, not really, but you hurt him.
I don't know, like if things are split.
Say that again?
Do I know like if these things are gonna split?
With a natural 20, if you deal enough damage to it at once, yes. But it has to be like slashing damage.
Okay, makes sense. All right.
You need to literally cut it in half. For some reason, hitting it with, I think necrotic damage, I don't know, just making parts of it turn into dust. Doesn't
Okay, I'll just like relay that idea to the rest of the party then.
Cool.
I don't think I have nothing that does slashing damage.
There you go.
I'm all piercing.
It is Patrick, your turn.
So I'll step up to the side and see that there is no opportunity. Use wit or charm combat, and so result to.
It is far too dumb for that.
Yeah. Just brute savage tactic, and I will Eldritch Blast it. Once again, calling on the energy of my Fey Pact.
You hear a little giggle in your ear.
The Eldritch Blast.
That's another -6. Oh, that didn't do the right thing. It had taken 5 already. Okay. Okay. Next, we have Civ.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to that side.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do a stab. It's a 16.
Nice. That'll hit.
For 7.
Okay.
And then I will help Rose to hit it. Just kind of like using my shield to like kind of try to keep it in one spot, sort of.
Yeah.
Seems good. Gerta.
You do that.
You'll be flanking, so you'll get advantage. Oh dear. You hit for 5. It is crisp-splatted, and it sort of just jellies out and turns into a gross.
That was rough, guys. We barely made it through.
That's fun. Cool. Oh, I forgot battle music again. I'm the worst. Too many moving parts. Okay. I need to find my page again. Cool. Well, so you're able to move on and another just couple of like hour and a half of walking. You see in the distance the cavern. Yeah, the entrance you spot it once you're about 80 feet away from it. Sorry, reading things. So what you notice, you do see a couple routes to get there. Actually, this is probably a good spot to stop since you guys need to leave in about half an hour. Don't want to.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because possible combat is possible. But I think this is a good ending point. That you guys are reaching the Mukden Caverns.
Excellent.
Cool.
Are we fifth level?
No. Once you get through all of this prepared adventure, which this is part 1 of, you're about halfway through part 1, which is about what I was guessing you guys would get to. So maybe after next session you'll be level 2.
All right.
I'm gonna go rescue my wife from my kids.
Seems good. Any questions, comments, suggestions? Everyone have fun?
Good job, man.
I really enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Awesome. Cool.
I'm pretty good.
I guess since this is recorded on the internet, anyone want to plug anything? I know Chandler, you've got a podcast. It's pretty great. I like it. I give you money for it, so that means I must like it.
I think he's already gone.
Oh, probably. Well, Chandler's on a podcast. It's called Line of Sight. If you like War Machine, the tabletop managers game, watch it. Wow, I'm smart. Listen to it. Anyone else have anything you want to plug?
I'm going to plug Jazz's cookies.
Yeah,
Good cookies.
That's it. Somebody bring me cookies.
Jazz
I will
makes
bring you
cookies.
cookies when I feel like making them.
Okay.
Well, I figure if we're gonna do in person in 2 weeks here at our house, then we'll do. You can just bring me cookies
Well,
in.
that's when you'll have to do it.
Yeah, if that does happen, I would make like double cookies. I don't know.
Awesome.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I would love you forever.
That'd be pretty great.
All right, John. Thanks for running this, man. Good times.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks anyone who watched. I wasn't really keeping track of the chat. But next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel. Listen to Random Encounters of the Nerd Kind. We might be actually starting to do episodes again because the capture, or not capture, the network card on my computer is much, or well, my wife's computer is much better. So thanks anybody who tuned in. Goodbye.